you're struggling to get your credit score up above 680, 700, you don't have to have perfect credit in order to get like higher lines of credit and loans and stuff like that. But the challenge for most people is because they have a credit score below 680 or whatever, most of the time it's because they have multiple revolving accounts. So what I mean by this is most of the time all they have is open credit cards. All right, now here's the thing about it. I'm gonna tell you that most people don't understand in terms of the revolving credit cards that you should understand. If you want to get your credit score up the highest, then you have to keep your utilization down to about under 10%, not 30%, but 10%. All right, and if you pay attention, if you pay your credit card balances down to 10% or below 10%, you're going to see your credit score jump up higher. Now, in reference to adding an installment loan, this is also factors in the mix. The reason is because an installment loan can carry anywhere from 30 up to 50 points on your credit score. So when you have a lot of open revolving credit cards and stuff, but not an installment loan, what you're doing, you're missing that 30 to 50 points. And that also helps balance out the file. Now, here's the thing about it for most people. Most people, when they're thinking about an installment loan and they're trying to rebuild their credit and stuff, they may go to Navy Federal, because Navy Federal, they will give you like a credit card for about, with a 550 credit score for about 25,000, right? But that's because of your internal score. That's the reason and the longevity of it. Well, if you're new to Navy Federal, how do you actually create this instant longevity so that they will give you higher limit credit card? Well, that's your internal score. So your internal score is going to go anywhere from 100 up to 400 points, right? So the key to this is having at least 5 accounts, all right? If possible. One, if you're able to do direct deposit. Now, for those of you that are in the side hustle, the gig economy and stuff, if you don't have pay stubs and stuff like that, I would definitely tell you, you need to put yourself on payroll. The reason is because a lot of banks are starting to change and they're going to want to see more paperwork anyway. But what it does to help you with Navy Federal, if you set up the payroll, okay, with them, and you can actually split your payroll up. So whether you're working a job or you're doing a 1099, if you put yourself on payroll, and if you need help with that, click the link in the description. I can help you set up your payroll. But the whole purpose of setting up payroll is so that they actually see that there's revenue coming into your business bank, into your personal bank account. Okay, now that's number one, having that direct deposit with Navy Federal. Number two is having the right checking account. Usually you want the flagship checking account, okay? And then you also want the savings account. Now, for those of you that have bad credit, then of course it will help you to have the End Reward secured credit card as well as the Navy Federal pledge loan. Okay, now let me explain to you something about this Navy Federal pledge loan before I tell you 2 other things that you should have with Navy Federal. All right, now here's the thing about it with the pledge loan. Most people figure that by them having that installment loan, that pledge loan installment loan on their credit file, this will help them get qualified for a personal loan with Navy Federal. It has nothing to do with that. Navy Federal only uses the pledge loan to calculate you in for your credit cards, right? And so many of us may be aware that Navy Federal uses TransUnion FICO 9 for the credit cards and everything. So the pledge loans, you don't have to have multiple pledge loans. All you need is one pledge loan. And I did make a video talking about the pledge loan hack. Some people say, well, it don't work. The pledge loan works, okay? Even the Navy Federal midnight hack, that actually when you wait till after midnight and put in the credit card application and you get approved, it still works. And what they do, they call the next morning just to verify it was you and everything, and they approve you. That Navy Federal credit card hack works. The midnight hack works as well. Okay? Now, that being said, two things that you have an option to add to your Navy credit file. Okay? That's either a CD or a money market account. Now, why you want one of these is because this gives you instant longevity. Okay, so if you open up a $500 CD for a year, this gives you that instant longevity with Navy Federal. And so what this does, this will jump you to the front of the line so that you, even if you have a 550, 580 credit score, this will jump you to the front of the line to where they may instantly give you a unsecured credit card. Again, having that pledge loan will not help you get a personal loan with Navy Federal. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. Now, again, the pledge loan, which is an installment loan, it will help you boost up your credit score, but it's not going to help you get that that personal loan with Navy Federal. All right. Now, in terms of other places to get installment loans to help you boost up your credit score, you have op loans, right? So with op loans, I would tell you the minimum income, if you're trying to apply with op loan, the minimum income you should have is at least $1,200. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about op loan, if you're coming out of a bankruptcy, you still may be able to qualify with them. Now, with op loans, they're going to give you a loan anywhere from $500 up to $4,000. All right. Now, please understand, with op loans, they don't operate in every state. All right. Now, here's an installment loan, and this installment loan can actually send you to jail if you don't handle your business. This is child support. I know a lot of people that don't want to see child support on their credit file, right? But here's the thing about it. Most people miss the opportunity to actually leverage that child support installment loan. If you're paying your child support on time, they're going to report that to the credit bureaus as a installment loan. So say that your child support is about $15,000 and you're making payments on it and stuff like that. That's a $15,000 installment loan. All right. This is one of the things I'm always telling my clients over and over and over. I don't care if you do have a good relationship with your baby's mama. The thing about it, you need to get it documented legally through the court because it's an actual trade line. But at the same time, she can go back at any point by you giving money straight out of your pocket to her. That's a gift. So she can go back at any time and say, hey, he's not taking care of his child. And so from the point that child is born up until that point, they can go back, retro back, and make you pay back all of that money that you actually been paying out of your pocket. You do not want to do that to yourself. As a matter of fact, I was just watching a video of a judge. After 40 years, he found out his 2 kids were not his. Now, here's the kicker about this, and why now I understand why one of the brothers said he doesn't feel sorry for the judge, because this judge, he was a family court judge. So can you imagine the amount of men or individual he sent through hell about child support and stuff, and then he finds out at the end that his kids aren't even his? Because again, you have to be very careful. Now, again, I'm not trying to tell anybody, hey, go get a DNA test or whatever, but I will tell you, if you have a child, I would not be giving the baby mama direct money directly unless we have a signed agreement that's notarized on the amount of money that I'm supposed to be giving you. Because what happens if she get pissed off at you, again, she can go straight to child support, put you on child support, or every time that she said, well, I need more money, and you don't give her more money, then again, she's going to hold that over your head. Well, I'm going to go put you on child support. This is the reason why you need to have legal obligations. And again, like I said, child support is an installment loan, and it can help you rebuild your credit. But I would tell you, if you're giving your baby mama money straight out of your pocket and you don't have any documentation, I would definitely tell you, stop doing that. Get something signed, notarized, understanding what you're actually supposed to be paying. All right. Now, here's another installment loan you may want to look at. Opportune. You don't even have to have a Social Security number. The minimum income you have to have with Opportune for an installment loan, you have to be making at least $500, right? Now, their installment loans go anywhere from $300 up to $10,000. All right. Now, please keep in mind with Opportune, they're not in every state as well. Okay. But I just wanted to bring this to you all's attention in terms of there are different types of installment loans to help you build up your credit. If you have any question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.